Welcome to a Drop Tent Media production.
What's up? Seriously Dad. Today we have Manny Brown. We talk about family traditions, road trips, and what it's like to be a bald king. Seriously Dad.
Seriously, Dad?
Seriously, Dad? Two father comedians out of Philadelphia. Seriously, Dad?
Dad? Seriously?
Dad?
Seriously? Seriously?
All right, here we are. Dude, I'm still weird that I'm not in the studio again. Like, I feel like I deserve to be there with you guys.
I don't know what you got going on. Yo, don't adjust your screens though. These are the two baldest, perfectly shaped bald heads in the Philadelphia comedy.
You guys are beautiful.
Yep. You know what, Jay? I think I think he's a new co-host. We're just gonna go. No, I'm joking.
I've actually co-hosted several of these shows. You guys just didn't know.
And you're all racist for it. That's what I'm. Dude, next in line comedy, man. It's been so cool watching you and Tyler kill it in the Philly comedy scene, and now you have a little one at home. How's that been? How's that? All the managing of time been with that?
Oh man, well I don't have work right now, so I have
nice.
3 months of paternity leave. So
really,
I've been living a dream where it's like I'm just a dad and a comic right now. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to do work, comedy, and child in 10 days when I go back to work.
Oh man,
you're back in 10 days.
Yeah.
So what is your company like German or something? Because how are you getting 3 months?
So we're pretty progressive as a firm. They were like, they did it probably like 8-9 years ago, and no one else was doing that. And now a lot of people have caught up with them. But they've always been kind of like a leader, which is kind of ridiculous because I think in Europe I've heard they get like a year off.
A year, yeah, that's yeah. Which is good.
I was gonna say it depends on the month. We looked it up a couple episodes ago, and it's amazing the difference in how they take care of it.
I know, because it's hard. It's hard. We have help, and it's hard. Like my mother-in-law has been amazing. She comes over like 3 times a week, and even with her, it's hard. And we're both home. We're both home. Like every time my mother-in-law leaves, I'm like, yo, how do 2 people do this? I don't understand how only 2 people. We need a third at least. Yeah. So I don't know. It's tough. Shout out to anyone who does this with anything less than what we have. I can't.
Right. Dude, my mom moved in. My mom moved in with us, so we've had her for 10 years. She never left after the first one. Like, you got to stay.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's one thing I would tell anyone who's thinking of having kids. Make sure you have a good relationship with your mother and mother-in-law.
Yeah, the support net.
Yeah, it's huge.
They say they take a village, but it's that kind of horse shit. But then you have kids, you're like, no, it does.
No, you get it.
Take a fucking village. Yeah.
Yo, I used to be one of those people where when we didn't have kids, I was like, yo, this is my house. Nobody can just come up in here whenever they want. And now that we have kids, I don't give a shit. Like, if you're the fucking DoorDash person, like, you can come inside. Take my kid for a second. Let me wash my hands.
I gotta take a shit. Hang on, just hold the kid. Yeah.
Like, I'm like, let everyone in. It's completely changed when we had a child. I don't care. If y'all want to come over later, you can. Hold my kid. Anyone out there want to come over? I just say my address.
Here's my credit card number. Here's my address. Can make the whole thing work. Just come through.
Yeah.
Is there anything easier than you thought it was going to be?
It's weird. It's one of those things where everyone's like, oh my gosh, it's the hardest thing ever. And then once you start doing it, you're like, it's hard, but you're like, I am doing it. Like, my kid's still alive.
Right. I'm in this race. I haven't lost this race yet.
I'm still in it.
Yeah, I'm not the winner here. I'm not the leader right now, but there's time. There's time.
But there's worse than me. And
yeah. It's like, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but for right now, at least the last time I saw my child, which was like 10 minutes ago, she's still alive. Yeah. She's good.
Dude,
it's like the circumstance, right? It's like I know people who are farmers, like full-time farmers, and it's like hard, but that's their life. They've accepted it, and that's what they're gonna do. That's what they do, and they fucking do it.
Yeah.
And they still find time to be a little bit social, but for the most part, that's what it's like being a parent. Like, it's tough, but you're in it now. Like, you can't be like,
in it.
Ooh, shit, this is way too hard. Maybe I'll stop. You don't get to do that.
You can't do that. No. You just gotta.
But you drop it off at the firehouse. You're like, I'm just gonna drop it off at the firehouse.
We've thought about it, but we're like, nah, we can't give this child up for adoption. This doesn't look good. But no, it's been. I don't know. In some ways, I'm just like really happy that I'm still alive and like breathing and able to get on podcasts and talk to people and still be myself. I'm also more myself than I thought I would be. And like not much. I'm still a piece of shit. You know what I mean? Like I was like, oh, once I'm a father, I'm gonna get my life together.
Yep.
Like I'm still the same guy. I just have a kid now. That's really all it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not at the stage though where I'm really parenting. Like I'm just at the stage of just keeping this thing
Survival.
alive.
Keep it alive.
Right.
Just breathe, eat, and shit. That's all you got to do.
And that's I think honestly this is where I shine. I don't know how it's gonna be when I have to like start guiding someone through life. That is like hats off to you guys for like real humans who can talk, who understand what you're saying. You know what I mean?
Did you have to watch the video? Did you have to watch the shaken? Did you have to watch the shaken baby video?
This is one of Jay's favorite
He
topics.
loves this thing.
This is my favorite thing. Yeah.
I don't think I saw it.
I can't believe
They told us not to shake the baby.
Yeah, that's always the
they rolled in a TV. They rolled in a TV. I had to sign a waiver, and you had to watch this like after school special style documentary.
And they said it was. I mean, yes, there are very frustrating moments. I never have shaken my baby.
No, but you would know. You would know if you saw this video. This is the most terrifying video.
It's like Faces of
I've
Death.
ever
Remember
seen.
Faces of Death back in the day? It's like that stuff.
So it's like someone shakes the baby in the video, and then
So they basically take you through these accounts of times where children have had issues
like how the parents felt and stuff, right? Like and
it's like watching like Rescue 911 back in the day. It's like reliving these traumatic like things that are like, hey, you're gonna get this rage every once in a while, and you need to just leave the baby and walk out of your house. Like they were giving you.
Did you ever get baby?
I've been very like when the baby's not sleeping and I'm not sleeping. This luckily, so I'm at 2.5 months now. So in like the first 2 weeks, 3 weeks were just rough, and I would be like really upset. And I'm like, am I the only one that's ever gotten this upset at this tiny baby?
No,
but you kind of feel alone in that a little bit.
But that's why the video is so important.
There, it's like, am I a monster?
I think
it's
Jay
like,
worked for this company that made this.
I'm telling you, it's I had never, when I watched the video, I was like, this is so ridiculous. Of course, I would never do this. And then there were real moments when I was like, I could see how I could do this.
Yeah, you could definitely see how someone else could do it. Right. You're cool. You're like, I'm good, but I can see how some weaker man.
I see where there's like the fork in the road, and you could go down this path. Yeah,
I'm not gonna play this because I don't want to be sad today. But you can see how impactful. Like they have pictures of babies. It's the accounts from the father.
Oh God,
this would rock me.
And then it just wasn't.
Oh, I don't even want to see a reenactment. Oh my God.
And I'll tell you what, it's a thing across because I've done this and like I've been doing it in like 7 different states now, and overwhelmingly people know about this video. Gotcha. It is like the most terror. I was like, my one line is like, I haven't been able to look at a snow globe in like the last 10 years because it's traumatic. It is, but I needed that.
Cameos in this.
No,
you find out like Harrison Ford.
Yeah, I'm Zach Braff, and here we go. Yeah.
Well, James Earl Jones and Morgan Freeman narrated, so that's what makes it okay.
Oh, he did. Oh my God!
that would be great.
Narrating it. Yeah. That's really insane.
Well, in the original Lion King, he did this.
He did.
Oh, at the top of the cliff.
He actually wasn't that. I think he had Rafiki shake his baby. He delegated. He was like, you know what? I'm not even
my baby, color on his face, and that'll be the king of the jungle. That's how we're gonna do it.
It actually
That's how boss he was. He had other people shake his baby, so no fingerprints. It was like, it wasn't me. It was that little African monkey. That sounded racist. I'm sorry.
Well, no, he's from Africa. He's definitely a bad.
No, that was literally the definition. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah. No, that's true.
Well, I know wealthy people, and they have nannies, and some of them have multiple nannies. And
they do.
I understand it though. Like when you're going through that, because they have the ability to just walk away.
Yeah.
The person with the money.
Yeah.
They have the ability to be like, handle it and walk away.
Yeah.
What do you think Kanye and Kim Kardashian, what do you think it was like in their house for those 2 months?
They never saw their kids. Their kids were only there just for Instagram. Every time I see a celebrity, like, there's no way you're doing this. There's no way.
No.
Fucking Jay-Z is.
I don't know.
blue-eyed.
They're just like us.
Planes and they can't, because you can't be going platinum. You can't be dropping albums, spitting bars, getting on planes, doing shows. Like you can't. You know what I mean?
No way.
That baby went under like photo lights immediately. It was like a dish waiting to go out at like a Applebee's. Like they were just under, and they were just taking pictures.
Yep.
No, I don't know. I read Us Weekly, and they're just like us. They are just like us. They want to shake their babies just like us.
She's in the video, right?
Yeah.
I think Beyonce singing in the background.
Shake your baby.
Halo. She's singing the Halo song.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I was laughing so hard because I kept thinking of like, instead of the Lion King song, it's like I couldn't stop doing that in my head. I'm so sorry.
Oh my God.
Like shake it like a Polaroid
Don't
picture.
shake your babies out there, and dads or moms or whoever. Don't shake your baby, even though you might want to shake your baby.
You leave it and you walk away.
Yeah, you gotta walk away. Luckily, I don't know, how was y'all's babies when they were, from 0 to 2 months? Were they good sleepers? Were they fussy?
Decent sleeper. I know some people have like perfect sleeping babies from the word go.
Straight up.
Yeah, just like yes.
I've heard that.
We only got three. I only got 3 paternity days as a teacher. So
3 paternity days?
Yeah, days.
Were you under probation or something? Like, were you in trouble? They're like,
no,
you would have got a year off, but you got those 4 DUIs.
We
heard you like to shake babies. So
right.
We're gonna keep you at work.
Wait, 3 days. Like, let's just put that in perspective, 36. Though, because my paternity leave is almost over, and I still have 3 times the amount of time that you got.
Yeah,
I have 10 days left. I have more than 3 times.
He had to use vacation. I use vacation.
Well, I only get 3 personal days a year.
That's insane.
So we thankfully, the baby was late, so late that we had to force labor, and we did it on a Wednesday, because then we're like, oh, I'll get Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off, and then I'll have the weekend, so I'll get 5 days.
Oh my God,
that is.
And then I went back.
Fucking insane.
That's crazy. I guess.
And then I went back.
I've never heard of a teacher. Because teachers would get pregnant. I don't remember them leaving to have babies.
Well, we got smart because my wife's also a teacher, so she had not used a sick day. Her first sick day in the history of working was having a kid, and then she used up everything she had amassed. The 10 sick days per year, she used them all up to just do the 6 weeks, whatever the time is, and then she went right back. And then we were smart with our second one. She was born the first day of summer break.
Wow,
we did not plan that. We did not plan that.
To just.
She might have planned that
and not leave work
so she
for
could
like
hang out
10
with her
years.
kids.
I don't think she's human. I'll be honest. I don't think she's human, and I've been married to her for 12 years.
That is a pretty fucked up way to. for an employer to do. That's pretty. That
kind of absolute bullshit.
Yeah,
that's insane.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Gotta do better. Teachers, take care of our teachers. I don't know why I talk about that, but do better.
Everyone says that, and no one ever does it. I don't understand.
No one ever does.
We all agree, like, yeah, this is fucked up, and then no one does.
Yeah, no one even runs for office. It's like, by the way, I'm going to make sure that. That's got to be how many million votes right there.
Platform.
Yeah,
like, I'm going to get Jay more days off.
Yeah, that's right.
To this day, you're owed more days.
Yeah,
I am. Walk out right now. Yeah, you're like, you know what?
Well, I am taking a sabbatical. I'm taking a sabbatical. I'm not going back till January, so I'm going to get to live the life you are living right now, where I'm going to be just a dad and a comic.
Oh, you're taking a sabbatical?
Can't you tell he's on sabbatical with his sweet drip necklace that he's got going on?
Yeah.
Jay's going to become a rapper?
Yeah. I'm diversifying my portfolio.
That's awesome. No. Are you going to do, is it just like you go balls to the wall with comedy?
So
and family.
Oh yeah,
that too. I have to I'm taking courses. I have to be enrolled in 3 graduate level courses. I get half my pay, and I get full benefits. I could have done a year, but I'm only doing a semester, so until January.
Awesome. So you're a student at the same time.
So I'm going to be taking 3 classes online, getting a certificate in autism.
Okay.
My goal is to write a children's book. I want to write a children's book about my daughter. I started outlining. I want to do a keynote on parenting autism, and then I want to, keep writing comedy.
There you go.
Wow, that's incredible.
That's my goal.
Put fucking clap claps in.
Yeah.
I'm just telling him what to do.
Put the laugh track in. That is pretty
Even my
impressive. I never knew any of that.
Neil, put claps in. I don't know why I said that.
Replacement Albert, can you? No. Can you talk to real Albert and just figure out who my boss is?
Yeah, fake Albert.
You know what's funny? At the beginning, you said I'm still a piece. I've never heard anyone refer to you as a piece of shit. I don't think people even.
But I think we all refer to ourselves that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't. I have never been like, yeah, Manny Brown is a piece of shit. There are people who've been like, that guy's a piece of shit.
He's like, if you were at my house, you would know I'm a big piece of shit.
Yeah, I'm a piece. I mean, you know what I mean. Like I'm not.
Yeah.
I thought I would be like, oh, once I have a kid, I'm gonna be this other guy. Like,
Yeah, that doesn't happen. You don't just flip it.
You're just the same guy. You just now you have a kid.
doing different things.
Day before, he's like, I'm gonna start walking older ladies across the street. I'm gonna do so many good things. Next day, like,
None of
dude,
that
fuck
happens.
that.
No,
I was nervous. I was nervous about diapers, installing car seats, and just generally handyman stuff like building cribs, because I just didn't. Those were things that were foreign to me.
Yeah.
That over time I got better at, and then I was like, oh, like you said earlier, once you start doing it, it's like, well, whatever. It gets easier. It just happens. You know, I could change a diaper with my eyes closed by the end of the third week. You know.
Yeah. No, it just starts. I started changing diapers early. Like as soon as she was born, I was like, I got the diapers. I just wanted to get it over with. 'Cause I felt the same way. I'm like, I just got to get used to doing this.
Had you ever changed a diaper before that?
Like a few, but not a lot.
Okay.
I had done a couple before. Yeah. I've always liked kids, which was weird. Growing up, I've always liked kids. Like
you'd be at a Chuck E. Cheese and you'd be like, "Let me change your kid's diaper."
Yeah, no.
Let's get inside this women's room with that koala. I'm gonna get up in that koala right now. Let me get a hold of one of these little ones.
It's like maybe it's not allowed near certain elementary schools, but
we appreciate the help, but you got to leave.
Yeah,
now.
you got to get out of here, dude.
I really like what people are doing. Like I was traveling, so in the airports now, if you go to the one stall, they have a seat just for the kid to stare at you taking a shit.
Oh,
it's like, what are you going to do? You can't just put them on the floor, you know? Right. And like, so there's literally a seat to buckle them in so he can just watch you pooping.
Welcome to Traumaville. Here we go. Your first traumatic experience. Daddy's got to jump in.
Yeah, Daddy's got to take it down.
Before the red eye to New York.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and then, because I hated that was always scarier if I had both girls with me and stopping at a rest stop. And you're like, at least that companion, the family bathroom is clutch. Stadiums, wherever. Family restroom.
I can't remember who, but there's a bit about having to take daughters into, because you can't just leave them. You have to go to the bathroom with them, I guess.
And dude, a public male's restroom
is disgusting.
It's fucking disgusting. It's never not disgusting.
Yeah.
It's never not normal. Like, it's disgusting.
It's nasty.
It's disgusting.
Do either of you have boys?
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
How many kids do you have?
I got two.
You got two? Two.
Okay. We're all girls. It's everybody has
dude,
girls.
no one has boys anymore. That's not
that's not even like that's for real.
And when I see a boy, I'm like, they still make those? That's to me.
They still make that.
Is that model still even in circulation?
Yeah,
it's 2023. You gotta wait. Yeah.
I had a girl. I love my daughter so much. I thought today, if I have another kid, I just feel it. It's gonna be a girl.
Yeah,
I probably won't have a boy. I probably won't.
Could you see yourself raising a boy?
I had to get used to that idea because we didn't find out the gender. So I was like, I could potentially have a boy. So I grew up around all sisters. I have 5 sisters. So to me, like girls, I'm used to that. That's just like
where did you fall in that pecking order of 5?
So there was 2 older sisters and then me, then 3 younger sisters. So I'm like kind of in the middle. But I grew up. So my 2 older sisters are from my dad's first marriage, and then the 3 younger ones are from my mom and my dad. We grew up together, those 4, and then the other 2 grew up separately. So I grew up as an oldest. So it was kind of me and then 3 younger sisters.
So that means you could like braid hair and shit and do all that.
I never did it, but I watched my mom do it. And I was like, I probably am picking it up from osmosis.
I never could do it. Do you braid Lainey's hair at all?
Man, I thought, First of all, I should have known how to braid hair. I don't really know. I can braid hair like just normal braid. I can't be doing like cornrows and shit.
No, I can't do that. But I think I can do
the little loop the three.
Right, the three. I think I've seen that every morning.
Yeah.
My mom would do that, so I'm like, I think I can do that.
You could probably do it if they were still, but it's like just brushing my daughter's hair is like riding a bull. I mean, it's like
I remember watching it.
Dude.
It looked tough. It looked tough.
And I thought that I was gonna be like this hair, like that was gonna be my thing. My daughter's always gonna have fly ass hair, and it's gonna be because of me.
Yeah,
not at all. I got one move, and my daughter's extremely tenderheaded. She doesn't like when you touch her hair; it hurts. You know what I mean? I don't think do. I'm sorry. Do white people know what that means? Tenderheaded?
No, I don't. Go ahead, give it to me.
Well, I thought it was like a mixed people thing. But anyway, I'm very tenderheaded. It just means that when people touch your hair, like start picking it or braid, it just hurt. It hurts.
Really?
Yeah, it's like tension and it's headaches and you don't like it. And yeah, I remember my grandma she used to sit me down between her knees and hold me there and would be like picking my hair, and I felt like my eyes were gonna fall out of my head. It hurt so bad, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And grandma didn't want to hear that you're tender. She's like, sit down, shut up. You know?
Yeah.
And Lainey, my daughter, is extremely tender-headed. So you touch her head and she swims right out of the way, like get away.
Yeah.
Well, my oldest.
Black women are so strong. They just know how to just keep a child straight, and it's and some of them are worse than others, but yeah.
Well, my oldest obviously has sensory issues, being autistic. So like for her, I think for her, everything's more intense. Sounds are more intense. Things that you and I wouldn't bat an eye at, like could really bother her, and like stuff like that can get really difficult. So in the mornings for her, it's like it's even more tough sometimes because she's just not feeling it. So I can respect how it's just difficult, and it's like you have to get it done. And she's just like, no, it's not going to happen. I'm like, I can't let you leave the house looking like that. I just can't do that. People will be like coming for me.
My daughter has so much thick hair. She got it from me. Thick hair and just a lot of thick curly hair. So it's just a lot of hair, and she doesn't let you do it. So it's kind of always just a little nutty, but whatever.
But I do the ponytail, and here's my problem. I do the ponytail and I try to like bring it back for them, but this part here always pops up. Like I can't have it look cool and smooth. Whenever I do like a ponytail on
hair
them,
ties. You got to pull it back, hair tie here, and then hair tie at the end. That's your problem.
Because it like pops, and I'm like, this looks weird. Why won't it just sit?
I think we've got like a RuPaul drag race for kids like on our hands. I'm trying to see if you guys make it fabulous.
You know what?
I did know that because I'm also from just only sisters and a lot of women.
Okay.
So I do know the 3 braid. I know which is not a French braid. I always just end up calling it.
No, it's not. I wish I could.
It's not a French. It's not.
No,
a French
I
braid,
can't do French. I
can just do.
I do American braids around here.
Dude, if we ever do a live
American fast food,
if you don't like it, get the fuck out of my country.
If we ever do a live broadcast, we should have like a contest, and like we just have dads come up. How fast? Give everybody 2 minutes, and then. And can you get your kid out the door in 2 minutes? And
I gotta be honest. That's gonna be my wife's lane for the most part.
Her mother, Lainey's mother, is great with the hair. She guys do like because she played sports, so she knows how to put the hair so it doesn't come out for like 14 hours. Like she's good at it, so she can have that one.
Yeah,
I just thought I'd be better at it by now, and I'm not, and I've given up.
Yeah, I'm sure you're doing other things pretty well, but yeah, the hair that's a tough one.
The hair, I'm bath time king. I'm king of the bath time. I'm in charge of all things bath related. That's my domain.
Sorry, it sounded like you were built into the wall of the bathroom, and then you're like, "Who goes there?"
Yes,
I can see you with the crown.
Yeah. Have you come to bathe?
The bath hurts because you're like hunched over. You're like,
well, you're worried they're gonna drown for like the first couple of years. You're worried like they're gonna, like you have to like be right there. And now they're just like they just want to have fun in there. So you just get in and do the action and leave.
I feel bad for you. I feel bad for the parents that have. I think about my mother's knees and our just linoleum bath like floor. She just is on her knees trying to bathe like 3 kids.
Towels.
Like, every time I see her get up now, I'm like, I'm sorry about everything.
Get a mat, right?
Yeah.
I put towels down, one for each knee. Just boom.
Yeah, you got to support that.
You can't. You will
coming in with electrician knee pads. Like, that's what he's got. I shall get the knee pads.
Oh, we did a king of the bath.
My dad was the king of the bath. I guess I'll take that on. So far, to be honest, so my wife has been doing a lot of that. She just hands her to me and I dry her off. I don't know why. We just have like picture lanes.
Do you do the sink? you do the sink, or did you buy like the fancy thing?
We have the thing. She's like sits in a seat.
Yeah.
You know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. You know what'll really freak you out is when they're about 2 or 3 and you'll go turn around to like get something out of the cupboard and you look back and they're full on playing with themselves down. Like they're like deep diving on figuring out what parts they have.
Yeah.
And you don't know, I don't know what to do. Like I was just like, I just walked out of the room.
You just need to give them privacy. Maybe give them
yeah,
some
man,
candles.
because you can't, yeah, right.
Get the Sade going.
You can't, like, because if you're not supposed to say don't do it.
Woman, you deserve this, and you know what? You've had a long day.
I really feel like I would have thought they would have been like, okay, well, maybe not right now. You know what I mean? I would just be like, okay, not right now. I'll leave maybe in a second. Let me
get your mother.
That's exactly what you do. You go tap them in, clean hands, you know, or you let them. Some people say you let them explore. I don't know. I just walked out the bathroom.
Look, it's their body. It belongs to them. I mean,
true. Yeah. You got a lot of. Yeah.
You got a lot of sense.
I'm trying to think. I don't remember doing that with myself, and when I was that young.
Okay, because I did it like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not talking about as an adult. I mean,
He had a bath running in here.
Yeah, no, by the time I was 12, I mean, that's all I ever did. But I'm talking about when I was that young.
I can't even remember what my first I couldn't even remember how far back I could remember. You know what I mean? Like
That's a stoner question.
I was probably 4. I think I was 4, and I remember stuff at 4.
I have these fleeting memories, but then you're like, can I trust them? Like, you know what I mean? Like, did I fabricate that? Like,
right. Like I can't even remember if I took like ibuprofen in the morning.
Oh,
I'm supposed to remember,
did I take an allergy pill?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I may be ODing on these right now.
You got to Google how many Tylenols you can take.
And then you're like, oh, but I remember when I was 3, the guy walked in. Yeah.
I'm not worried. We got a backup album.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got 2 of me now.
Yep, not in there for sure. Yeah, it's weird what you remember. I'll remember something. I got my 4th grade birthday party, but like I can't remember, whether I took an allergy pill this morning or not.
You know what's been happening to me? This is really weird. I think this is a dad thing. I'll forget people's names. Middle of the conversation, talking to someone that I've spoken to a million times, and I'll be like, the fuck is his name? And I'll be like, I can't remember. And then I'll be like, oh yeah, Neil. But I will forget names.
You'll forget Neil's name?
I will forget names of people that I should definitely know, no questions asked, talk to them a ton, they're my friends, and I'll forget their names in the middle of talking to them.
You should see somebody about that. That's not
But if you're friends with them, you shouldn't have to say their name.
That's very true.
That's
How often do you really say like your best friend's name? That's weird.
Well, Neil, let me tell you what. Yeah.
Now you're turning into a dad for sure. Hey,
Yeah,
Neil, let me tell you
Come here, son.
something.
I think it's parent brain. I honestly do. I because my older sister who helped raise us and was like kind of much older, so she was helping raise it. And my mom would get us confused. It was 3 kids. My sister had a kid at 15, so then it was my sister.
House.
Yeah, so she would get us confused. You would just say like mad. They're thinking of other stuff. They're just like Corinne, Neil. Joey, what the hell? What's your name,
Go
kid?
through every single
Yes.
child, but the
every
child.
single one.
I do that with my dog and my daughter.
I do
now.
with the dogs all the time.
I call my daughter my dog and my dog my daughter. Now it's only been 2.5 months.
Yeah.
I'm already confusing her with different species.
It gets worse. You're gonna see. You're gonna forget shit. It's just,
I 100% believe it.
Yeah.
Like even now, because we're getting more sleep now. She's starting to sleep in more stretches, but when she was like 1 month or whatever, like it was wild. You forget stuff because you're sleep deprived.
It's like you're being tortured.
Right.
You are being tested and tortured.
Yeah. You
Absolutely.
think I thought it was never going to end. I literally thought it was never going to end. And when you're in it, you're like, it's never going to end. She went through a growth spurt from 6 to 8 weeks where she just was like up all night and eating nonstop.
Crying, and
it's like, this is never going to end. But if you look at it from the outside, it's 2 weeks. When you think of 2 weeks before that, that's not that long.
No.
But at the time, like this is actually never going to end. Like I might die.
Seems like an eternity.
Yeah.
Do you have any traditions you guys are looking forward to, like doing, like being Santa or any of that kind of stuff?
I definitely around Christmas. My daughter's name is Noelle, even though she wasn't born around Christmas. We just like that name. We thought of the name around Christmas, and she was born in May.
Okay.
But for Christmas, probably Home Alone is a big family tradition. Watching Home Alone 2 specifically, even though we'll
really?
fuck with 1. We'll fuck with the first one, but 2 is like our favorite.
That's Lost in New York, right?
Lost in New York. Yeah. We usually watch Home Alone 1 is more of like a Thanksgiving movie. That kind of gets us ready for Christmas. And then Home Alone 2 is when
I like
we do the
that.
Christmas one. Yeah. So she'll probably do that. We watch it every year. And Santa stuff, I think so. One thing I thought people should have done when we were younger was like, yo, if you believe in Santa, I'm gonna say, yo, Santa loves cheesesteaks or whatever. Santa loves like sushi. I'm gonna say I want a good meal. You know what I mean? Like if I'm gonna put this stuff down, I'm gonna go all out. I mean, like, yo,
I kid you not. That's what Santa does at my house. It's a cheesesteak. Yeah, cheesesteak is what Santa gets at my house. Because he gets cookies everywhere else.
Yeah.
Dude, Delco Santa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, dude? Cheesesteak. Oh, you guys know me.
Yeah. No, Santa wants other stuff. He doesn't want just cookies. I mean, you can put the cookies down too, but Santa wants like a meal.
Look it up, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I'll eat that. That'd be great. So that's one thing I thought I'm going to definitely try to do around like Christmas. And half birthdays is one thing I think we'll probably celebrate. We celebrated half birthdays growing up, and I'm probably
Really?
30-something-year-old who's like, oh my God, it's my half birthday today.
My wife does that all the time. I'm like, that's not a thing. She's like, yes, it is.
Halfway to Halloween too. Isn't that a thing that people do? Or like,
Really?
No, I've never heard that one.
Halfway to Halloween, Evan, or halfway to Christmas. Christmas in July.
Oh, Christmas in July.
I love Halloween. I would dig that, but
I don't think anyone's in April.
done
Like,
that.
oh my God,
Yeah.
6 months.
Just goths. Just me and goths.
That's good, man. You just hit that up.
Well, because I do have birthdays. I know if you
know
tell me
6 months prior?
whenever your birthday is, I'll be like, oh, your half birthday is X.
Yeah. Well, so what about the reverse? Is there anything that your family did that you did not see you and your wife ever doing? Like one of the things I think about is like my mom was like we had to have the good china out for like the big meals, and I'm like, let's be comfortable. I don't want to be like washing and taking out dishes, like I don't do all the trims of all of that. We just get together
rolls their eyes with that one. The whole family rolls their eyes when it's like get the good you cookware.
Yeah, like I hated that. Like my mom was all about that. The extra dishes, the extra utensils. I'm like, why? What are we doing?
Pageantry.
My mother used to do that.
We did that for like big meals, like the holidays, but we didn't do it. There was no other time we did that.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, we don't even. But Amanda and I, like, I've stopped that. I was like, that's.
You just got rid of all the fine dishes.
Yeah, I don't even. Yep, no.
China.
Yeah.
Nope. Paper plates. Here we come.
Around it.
Yeah.
And all that. I don't need that. Just give me a fucking paper plate.
That's right.
Did you? So you have a big family. You have like big family dinners and shit. Do you do that stuff?
We would eat dinner together. Not necessarily every night, because sometimes people had basketball and whatever.
I think that's a fleeting thing now. That's not happening as
Dinner
much.
together.
That would be nice to try to keep that up.
You
dinner.
can start. See, that's the thing is you can start now. You got.
Yeah.
You could just make it a thing.
Lay it down.
Yeah, and like this is what we do.
Yeah.
I mean, you got all the power. Like our kids are older. Getting a tradition going now is going to be kind of tough, especially if it breaks the mold of what they've been doing.
Right. So do you guys eat dinner together, or you?
So now it's tough.
Live with me, so I'm.
Well, so like for me, it gets really tough now because like they're in gym. Like one day she has piano at 4:30, the other day she has gymnastics at 6, and so it's like. They get off the bus at like 4, so it's really tricky. We do when we can, and obviously, but we don't do it religiously like when I was growing up. It was like every night. Like
was there a certain time? It was like 6:15. We're at the dinner table for you growing up.
Growing up, yeah. Because it was like I could remember watching like Baywatch was on at 5 o'clock, and I was like getting antsy. Yeah. Like when's dinner going to be? And I always knew at the end.
For a couple reasons, yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yasmin Bleeth, and we only had a TV in the family room, so I had to really fight that aggression. Yeah.
A lot of pillows over the lap.
Yeah, right.
Gentlemen.
I'm just like
pillows.
Stop messing up the good pillows, Jay. Why do we always have the good pillows? So we have all shitty pillows in my house now.
We always had the plastic on the couch for a reason, okay?
That's good. That's good that you had dinner every night.
Yeah, that's good.
I
great.
That. We didn't.
I don't know if we did it every night, but I definitely remember us all. We all had our own seats too. You couldn't sit. Once you sat there, that's where you sat for the rest of your life.
Yeah,
you weren't allowed to move.
Yeah.
Like my seat was, wherever, and my sister's seat was here.
Upset with someone. And
no, it's just this is my seat. Also in the car, we all had the exact same seat in the car every single time. I don't know why.
It's like Sheldon from Big Bang, you know, like they
Did
just
they
get,
do that?
get married. He like has his seat. It's the whole running thing, and that thing is like he has a seat, and if anybody else tries to mess with it, like it throws off the mojo.
Yeah, we had the same seat. I'm talking like even as adults.
You'll go.
I remember like my parents. It's super rare that this would happen, but I don't know. We're on vacation or something, or visiting my parents, and for some reason my dad's driving. Even as adults, I noticed we went to the same seats. It was wild. I'm like 30 years old. I'm like, oh, this is my seat. I gotta sit here.
Dad, can you slide up a little bit? A little bigger from the last time we did this, but
Dad, I don't think I need to be in the car seat anymore, dude.
Yeah,
I really
I
don't.
got moved up to the booster.
Where'd you get?
But,
Did you guys get the wave over when you did like the big family dinners, like intergenerational like family like dinners, like the wave over from the kids table to the big table?
Oh,
do you remember that?
I remember the kids table.
Sometimes we would meet with larger family, but a lot of times it was just my immediate family. But if we went out and had Thanksgiving at my grandparents' house, then it would be a kids' table.
Right.
It wasn't ever as comically small as in the movies where it's like a Fisher Price table. It was actually a table, but it wasn't as nice as it was like a poker table that they put
it needed like a shim because it was all
yeah.
shit anyway.
It was a shitty table compared to like the wooden dining table. But
We have a Doc McStuffins table that's just a square, like 2 foot by 2 foot. And when we have her cousins, like my brother-in-law, they have 2 kids. When they come over and we host like a breakfast, whatever, the 4 of them are at that little tiny one, just doing it up.
It's the one where they can spill the juice. It's a plastic cup. It's like
or we have the benches, you know, like the ones that it's like all one unit, but it's like 2 benches and a little Tykes picnic table thing, like that kind of thing.
Dining. It's like the coach of the dining.
Yeah.
Like, you're part of the family, but you don't make any money yet, so just sit your head there.
That's right.
You gotta sit there.
Yeah,
you can't.
That's what it is.
It is what it is until you're invited, I think.
Yeah.
To
It was exciting only because like once you got called up, you know what I mean? Once you got called up to the big boys table,
you start shitting on the little one.
Yeah. Well, you knew that sips of wine may be included. That's when you knew. You knew that grandma was gonna be like, Shindan, give you a little nod and be like, oh,
you get a little
buzz
on the sauce, and you stop talking to your younger cousins and shit. For sure.
And then you throw up, and then you call it a day.
Yeah.
Well, Home Alone, that scene in Home Alone's like classic when they like spill the Pepsi and everything's going everywhere, and the uncle's like, "Look what you did, you little shit."
Such a good fucking movie.
What do you got? What do you got for traditions? See, I can't remember shit. What are your traditions? What do you guys do, or did you have, or like, what's your deal?
You're talking to me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. It's weird because I'm like, oh, I think he's looking at me. You're looking at the screen now. I can think. I'm like, oh, he's looking at me on the screen, and I mean. So like, my mom, like we would, we had one of the things we did as a family. So me and both my moms, we would always sit and watch like the 8 to 10 o'clock primetime TV. And like, we get, PJ'd up, you get like Jello with some Cool Whip on it. That was like our go-to dessert for like after dinner. And then you just watch like Rescue 911. You'd watch like whatever the shows were. They were both nurses, so we would tend to watch stuff like into like Rescue 911 and some of that.
Now that was
stuff.
but that was like the glory. That was part. I would say like the glory era of TV, like TV programs.
That was classic. Yeah, Roseanne. You had all of those things.
You had to be there to watch it at that time.
Yep.
And like kind of like The Simpsons. You all ran in the house and sat on the couch. You know what I mean? Like,
yep.
Now you just stream it, you binge it, you rewind it. So that whole feeling.
It's gotta be hard.
I'll never have that with my kids
to do that now because it's like, well, I want to watch what I want to watch, and I can do that because everything's available now. But
we can all be on the same couch and do it. It's so weird.
Right,
you know what I mean? You could be on a tablet. You could have the TV. It's like it's weird.
Yeah, when it's got the computer. Yeah,
I know it's weird. I remember when shows used to just come on, and if you missed it, you felt like you missed it forever.
Oh my gosh!
Like it would be heartbreaking.
Yeah, you didn't know when you were going to see that.
Yeah, you're like, I'll never see that episode of Kenan and Kel ever.
Yeah,
I missed it. I'll never see it.
Yeah, you're right.
I remember one time I missed like an episode of the Rugrats, and I was in tears.
Yeah,
because I was like, I'm never going to see this. Yeah, and everyone saw
it. It's over.
Did you do road trips, Manny, with at least?
We did a lot of road trips up and down 95. We hardly ever flew. Hardly ever. So we drove almost all the time. I think because it was just like, it was cheaper, and my dad loves to drive. Even to this day, my dad's 76. He will still drive all up and down 95 just because he just loves to do it. So we were always in the car. We would drive to
south of the border,
Carolina.
Florida. You go to south of the border.
South
the little like it's right in between. Yeah, it's like right on the border of like north and south.
Yeah. We would go to Myrtle Beach and Hilton Head and Fort Lauderdale. We would just drive south for spring break and summer vacation. And
was there a plan, or would he be like, everybody get in the car, Daddy's driving down south, we're going?
No, my mom would like set up the place. She would be like, okay, we're gonna stay at this place for a week, and she would do all that stuff. And then he was like, I just drive, which has become my role. I'm like I drive, like I'm always driving. Yeah. Like whenever we go, like where we just came from now, like I drive. There's no question about it.
The driver.
And I also love doing it. I'm just like my dad. I could drive like to California. I love it.
Yeah, I don't love being in the car, but I can be in the car for a while. I can do it for a long time. Like,
yeah.
Especially if I have someone I'm going with. We can cruise, listen to music, stop. I'll have a blast doing it.
Yeah.
I want to say I don't love it, but I am good at it because I was in the car a lot too, and it was just like that's what you did. You sat in the car and you got headaches, and then you shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you just had to sit in the car. Yeah. And I'm very good at entertaining myself if I'm like on a plane or in the car or whatever. Like my wife always makes fun of me. Like I actually like flying. I don't mind traveling. I can sit in a seat with very little and just kind of entertain myself, either with my head, or I'll listen to music, I'll read, I'll do that stuff too. But I could also just sit and just be like this, quiet. And my wife hates it. How the fuck are you so
mindfulness?
Chill. I don't get it.
That's like a Buddhist. That's like something a Buddhist monk could do.
I wish I could fly for other people because everyone hates flying, and I'm like,
Al was just talking about it on another episode. Al was just complaining about that antsiness he gets on an airplane,
just sitting in that thing.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm tortured. I just feel absolutely just tortured.
Yeah, I don't get that. I literally, whatever that is, I don't get it. We flew to Australia. I was chilling.
Really?
Yeah.
That's like a 24-hour flight, isn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, something like that. I mean, it was definitely deep in the teens for sure. It was about 24 hours of travel.
Yeah, like when you go, because my other mom was from Australia, and so she would go back and visit. Her parents lived to like 100, so she would fly and she would leave. We would take her to the airport, and she would fly to California, and then from California it was like 8, so it was like 6 hours to California, and then 18. I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, we flew to LAX, and then we flew to Melbourne first, and then we went to Sydney after that. But this was right before the pandemic, back when we didn't have kids, we could just do shit like that.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it was awesome. But yeah, I love traveling. I love just chilling, sitting, because it gives me an excuse to not do shit. No one can get mad at me for not doing anything. I'm just sitting down. I'm listening to whatever I want to, watching whatever I want to.
You're off the grid.
I understand what you mean. Like you can't be. You're supposed to be irresponsible.
Right.
Like,
you're supposed to not do anything.
Yeah, you can't be paid.
You're vacating your life.
Right.
People, yeah.
It's the best. So we'll see. I wonder if my child will pick up that after me. But we're gonna try to travel with her as much as we can. Try to get her used to it because we love to travel, and we've taken her on road trips. She's been to North Carolina. I drove like 8 hours down to Charlotte a couple weeks ago. It was our first long road trip.
Wait till your potty training, and you're taking like a Winnie the Pooh potty, and then every 15 minutes you're stopping off the side of the road. So like you'd be like, sit on the toilet, sweetheart. Like
that's gonna be tough. I recognize that where I am now, there are parts of it that are very easy, like the fact that she sleeps and I can keep her in one spot. That's nice. She doesn't talk back. None of that.
Man, watch what happens.
Oh, I know. I know it's coming.
In 10 hours, I'm going to be in road trip hell. I'm looking. I can't. When I heard my daughter for the first time say, "Are we there yet?" I loved it. Like there was like I felt like parenting level unlocked. You know what I mean?
That is
stripe. Oh, yeah. The National Lampoon Vacation music comes on.
You feel like a real dad.
There you go.
You're not a real dad until someone asks you from the back seat, "Are we there yet?"
Are we there yet? Yep.
That's great. Now you
I'm
actually
bored.
know. She could just, she could find it on the GPS. We have 13 minutes or whatever. Back then it was like, you didn't know. Like,
Nope.
I mean, your parents knew if they've been there before, but
Yeah.
They're like, not yet.
Yeah, now you
basically.
can give them an exact time and why. Why?
Right.
Because there's a traffic jam on 76 and we're going to be sitting there for 8 minutes. That's exactly why. Yeah,
Kids
you
are
give them
spoiled nowadays. It was just vague when I was a kid. We'll just get there eventually.
You wouldn't even get an explanation.
Yeah, like not yet.
You know what's another badge of honor, which you'll see, and I don't know if you get this. Your children start to know your flaws.
Yeah.
And they fuck with you.
Oh God.
I've been bald since I've been 21, shaving my head by choice. Somehow my daughter knows that like some people don't love the fact that they don't have hair.
Yeah.
And she like fucks with me for being bald. And it's like, I'm like, I like it though, but I understand what you're doing. You found something that is a flaw. And she'll like make comments and shit about me being bald.
That is wild. Yeah. So that's interesting. Why do you shave your head by choice? Because I don't shave it by choice.
Oh, you don't shave by choice?
No.
I like being bald.
I mean, it looks great.
Because I'm tender-headed and I don't want to have to be picking my hair and doing. I'd rather not have hair.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It looks great. I'm not mine. So I started losing my hair at 20.
Oh shit.
And I started shaving it at 23.
Okay.
And so I've always wondered, like, when people, but I actually love it though. Like,
Life
because
is
once
so
I did
good
it, I
on
was
your
like,
way.
oh,
It's easy.
I never have to get a haircut. Like, I always look fresh.
Yeah,
like, it's just
easy.
it works. And I was terrified before I did it because I was like, I don't know how I'm going to look.
That's what happens.
I just always face this way. I don't let anybody ever get back here. No back shots. Oh yeah, I'm bald as
You shaved it off. Just fucking grow a beard. You'll
Grow
be
the
good.
beard. If you just shave your head and grow the beard, you're fine.
You're
man.
nobody. You,
Oh
I
my
can tell
God.
you have a good bald head. I can already tell.
I didn't tell my wife this yet, and she'll probably admit. So we did the show last night in Indianapolis, and the guy that was on it was this LA comic, and the woman up front was like flirting with him. Is this old retired teacher? She's like, my daughter was at a Sam Smith concert, and he took her shirt off and threw it at her, and he took his shirt off and threw it at this woman, right? And then like it was this big joke. He got it back. Well, afterwards, we were out in the lobby doing like this meet and greet thing. This woman comes up who, I guess she's like, oh, you want me to take my shirt off too? And she's like, no, I want his shirt. And she points at me. She's like, I like dad bods and beards. Oh, and I was like, I felt so uncomfortable in that moment. I was like,
Yeah,
I didn't.
Did you take the shirt off or not?
No,
just the gold chain hanging. He's like,
just the gold.
Honey, what up?
That's what you like? I mean, the ladies just go crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, what is happening right now? But no, I'm gonna keep the hair for right now. I'm gonna keep the illusion here.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey, man, you put some hymns on that. I don't know, dude. Maybe we can get a sponsor.
you
Put some hymns on that. You'd be all right.
You're not to the point where it's like, yo, Jay needs to really shave his head.
Yeah, it's not that. It's not the monk. Yeah, the monk
people
thing.
where it's like, dude, let it go.
Yeah.
It's not. What are you doing?
Well, yeah, when they have like the little patch here and
they're combing shit in 3 different directions. There's 5 swirls on there.
Yeah, it looks so much worse. I heard this one time. Balding looks so much worse than bald.
Yes.
I was like, yeah, I get that. I mean,
Yeah.
some people can like bald gracefully. I think like an older, distinguished look, but some people just.
it's the same with the beard. It's the same with the beard. The people have like the patchy beards.
Yeah, and it's like growing looks way worse than growth, right? Like puberty looks way worse than just being old. Like we got
dude,
shit
it's
all
all
over your
right.
face
Just
and stuff.
let it happen.
Just let it happen. Own it. Yep,
Yeah.
I like that.
But look, I mean, you got a good bald head, bro. You're like Jason Statham over there, like the black
do.
Jason Statham. You know, some people don't have that.
Yeah, and that's why I don't judge. I'm like, look, sometimes people need the little thing on the sides because it just looks better like that.
Yeah,
I'm like, hey,
yeah.
live your life. I'm not saying
That's
it's
right.
for everyone. I know this was the right choice for me, but maybe you might need something else.
Yeah.
I don't know. Live your truth. I'm just saying, for me, it changed my life
It is
because I was like,
life-changing.
oh shit, this is so much easier, and it just was very freeing to not because I don't think about it anymore. I couldn't imagine being my age now. I'm like, oh god, when am I going to lose my hair? Which is like all dudes. If you haven't lost your hair, you're just thinking about, am I going to lose my hair? Like
That's right.
But yours doesn't look. I never was like, oh my god, Jay
I
needs to
actually
shave.
never
Yeah, I'm not.
I was not like.
I'm-
There are plenty
I'm
of
owning
comics
it.
where I'm like, yo, let it go.
Let it
but
run,
like,
Yeah, still
I don't get that
hanging.
with you.
You're good.
Well, dude, speaking of which, what do you have anything you want to plug? You have anything? So we'll probably be dropping this episode the 20th of August. So you have anything
20th
coming
of
up
August.
the last
Just
2 weeks of August?
Next in line. Just come
Cool.
to Next in Line shows. We're all over Philly. We're mostly at Front and Market every weekend.
I did a next in line
and
show.
you did one last night. How was it?
Great show. Great show. Very good.
Awesome.
The room was good. People were friendly. The comedians were good. It was a good show, man. It was
That's
very nice,
awesome.
professionally run. I would highly recommend checking it out. Good comedians.
Yeah, we had a couple people down from New York, and then we just had a killer lineup of Philly comics. And,
Well, you're doing that thing where you're like getting good comedians.
Yeah.
You're not just getting comedians. I know it sounds like, you're good and not good, but there's a difference between getting someone that somebody wants to see, can connect with, and vibe, and just getting someone that will get on stage.
Right.
You're providing good comedy.
Yeah.
Big difference.
Yeah. No, we try to get good comics, and Tyler, we try to just we take that very seriously. We consider it the most important. It's one of the most important things of the show. It's the recipe. It's
the equation.
It's literally the recipe. You can't just throw anything up there, because we got to take care of our audience. Like, we want our audience to have a good time, so we always try to bring in like the best comics from Philly. And if people are dropping in from out of town, like we get a lot of comics from New York and wherever. And
now, do you get a lot of shit from local comics being like, how come I haven't been on a show? How come I haven't been on a show?
Tyler probably gets it more than I do, because he also but I get it. I mean, I get it a little bit. I honestly thought I'd get it way more.
Okay.
I think people are pretty chill. Sometimes you can kind of tell, like, they don't say it, but they're like, "You're welcome, I've been on your show." Like, you can kind of feel
the way
vibe.
they say it.
Like, oh shit. But I mean, we try. Look. We try to give as many opportunities to people as we can, I don't know, but people are like, I haven't gotten on. Sometimes there are people we like, we just haven't had a chance to put them on yet.
Long way. Yeah.
Like, there's just so many people who apply. So sometimes it literally is like, dude, I was just about to put you on a lineup.
Yeah.
Or whatever, or I just haven't gotten to it yet. So there is a little bit of that, but I will say, we're very happy with the comics that we've had, and we plan on just giving more.
I got my car towed. It was amazing. Actually, it was great. When I did the show, I did 2 shows, July 1st, 7 and a 9, and it was a big fireworks. It must have been like the 1st of July. Oh, and I had to go, and I was like, I'm walking out, and I'm walking back to my car because I left early because I'm like, it's almost my meter. Yeah, my meter's almost up. So I excused myself out early, and I go down. I'm like, I walk by. I'm like, I swore I parked right here. Yeah, and I'm walking up and down, and impound lot, had to get the Uber to the impound lot.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they should have paid you extra for that. You got to submit those receipts to the front office there.
Yeah.
Oh my God. No, it wasn't your fault. Because it didn't look where I parked looked normal. It's just because they were having the fireworks at the park there. Okay. They were going crazy, and I had paid. I thought I was doing everything right, but those signs in Philly are not. It's not,
not
like
there to help you.
I wasn't in front of a hydrant. I wasn't in front of a driveway. I was right by a parking meter, or like the pay station. So I thought. We were cool. We weren't
crazy.
Cool. But I had a great time on the show. Both shows were great. It was a lot of fun.
I remember you opened up both shows and you killed it. I was like, we take that, even stuff like that, like lineup order. I remember putting Jay first. I was like, he's, for whatever reason, based off of who was on the lineup, I was like, I want him to open because he's just professional, and he killed it both times.
Yeah. Yep. I had a great time. A lot of fun.
We did Tattooed Mom, right?
And you guys both did Tattooed Mom.
Oh, yeah.
The next one, yeah.
Yep. Had a great time.
It's a good comedy franchise series, whatever the title for that would be. It's very, very solid. And,
that's mostly it. Check that out. Next in Line. If you're in Philly, check out Next in Line Comedy on Instagram, and check out some of our shows. And we just try to bring you the best comedy for not too much. No drink minimum, none of that stuff. It's more of a chill vibe than the bigger clubs.
Yeah, and you guys, for just all the audio listeners, it's at Manny.Brown1 on IG, and you can find out all the Next in Line stuff on his Instagram as well, just in case you need it.
Yeah, and this is also one quick thing about my Instagram. I think I have let me see how many followers I have.
You have...
Oh, shit.
I think I'm very close to 2,000, which is not a lot for some people. But
yes,
for me,
you have 1,998 followers.
98 now?
I got 1,860.
Can I please, if you're listening, just fucking 2 people. Just follow.
I know.
I don't know why. I want the 2,000 so badly. It's not a lot for a lot of comics, but I'm a humble.
Dude, it's crazy. I've been on these comics on this tour I was on. 200,000. One has 2 million times. One has 1 million million followers. What the hell?
Manny,
Like,
insane.
Manny, I get 1,800.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
But you probably don't post enough.
I don't post at all. I don't post.
I don't.
shit.
I don't. I'm trying to do more of it, but
Yeah.
you like look at the phone, you pick the picture, you caption, you got to. Oh my god, shoot.
Yeah.
it's like, dude, I was getting.
Some people. I can hook you up with some people.
Yeah, I should
that
probably just do-
outsource.
I should
but-
probably just do
But
that.
even though I know that, and it's not that much, and I could just be like, "Hey, I'll post this clip."
Yo.
I don't do it because I get weird about posting stuff. I'm like,
So do
that
I.
joke's not ready.
That's not ready. This looks kind of this,
Like,
kind
is
of
that
wacky.
good?
It's kind of this. I'm trying to sell too hard here, and I look like this.
It's a whole fucking. But some people just push through and they do it. But I've heard comics say like some of their jokes that have gone viral. They're like, "That's like my worst joke. I fucking hate that joke."
Yeah.
And I'm
Well,
like,
sometimes
I
it's
don't
not
want
about that. Yeah, it's not even about that. Sometimes about the quality. Like it's crazy. I've been
Laughing.
sucking up as much knowledge from these like super like guys that are making money off creating, and I'm just like, it's great. I can't, I can't do it, but I'm picking up some tips and tricks myself, trying to figure it out. It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it's there's definitely a way, and I could be better at it. But I also just fucking love comedy, so I'm in a good space now where I just love performing live, and I have people listening to my stuff. and
I'm
I
with you
just-
on that
yeah.
too. Like the proof is in the put. Going on stage and slaying.
Yeah,
That's where it's at.
That's so much better than
than like, oh, I got 12,000. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
and you're right. You could just outsource it, and like in 6 months, you may have 7,000 followers
Right.
because someone is doing it right. But I'm with you, dude. I go on stage and we slay.
I just
we
love
kill
it. I
and
just
people
love it.
And after the show, they shake your hand and they tell you were the
Someone,
best.
one person telling, like, looking you in your eye and be like, "Yo, dude, you were hilarious." Is like that's worth like 10,000.
Yeah,
know,
I agree.
So, I'm saying all this because I just don't want to post, but but no.
Help Manny get to 2K. Let's go.
get me the
guys.
2K.
Get him there.
That's all I want.
Yeah, 2010. Let's go 2010. Let's just give him a little cushion just in case people drop off. 2010. All right, don't.
Al, you have anything you want to plug?
I'll be at, let's see, I was at Next in Line last night. I'll be at Church of Satire. I'll be at Soul Joel's. I'll be at a winery with you in Hershey, Pennsylvania.
That's right. The
Is that right?
26th. Yeah.
I got a comedy on the Crick coming up. I'll be places. You'll see it on my Instagram too. I only got like 1,850 followers. So throw me a couple of Manny's followers and vice versa.
Let's get us both up to 2,000. What the fuck, guys?
Yeah, come on. Geez,
right.
2010. But
2010,
yeah, like
2010.
just give us a little cushion. You know, I appreciate
Get a little cushion.
Yoder's got 10. Yoder just got to 10. So he can.
I'm about to hit 11. I'm about to hit 11.
He got 1,000.
Yeah. I'm getting about 200 a day now. I've
But
unlocked.
you post religiously.
I do.
That's what that fucking.
Yep.
That's
I've
why you
unlocked
do it,
the
because
thing.
You put.
And I found what's working. It's not even it's like just the memes that I'm kicking out right now that people are. I just put one today that like is ripping up right now. I've had a couple million view ones now. I've on all 3 platforms. TikTok I'm still figuring out, but I've had several million ones on Facebook and Instagram.
Wow, on Facebook,
Yeah.
that's
Facebook.
impressive.
$1 million on Facebook is like a Bitcoin.
I have one that's about to hit 2 million on Facebook right now, and I'm like, that's cool.
That's impressive. My shout out to Tyler Wolf, who also runs Next in Line Comedy. He has 20,000 now, and I'm just because he's putting his shit out there, and I love seeing other people do it. I don't know what, it's just like exciting, but I'm like, hell yeah, it gives you some type of fucking credibility when you DM someone. You're like, oh, this person has
got 20,000 people.
20,000 people following him, or 10,000. Like that's awesome. One day, but right now, just get me to 2010.
Dude, get him to 2. Get him to 2. All right, well, dude, it's great, dude. I'm so glad you came on today. We were so glad to have you, and I'm glad you changed shirts because I really was struggling. So I'm glad that.
Yeah. If any dads are out there, Lalaboo, these shirts are great. If you have a newborn, you can just like throw them in the pouch here.
Yeah.
It's like a kangaroo shirt. I have 4 of these things, and I wear them like every day.
It looks very comfortable.
Awesome.
It's very comfortable. My daughter sleeps in it a lot. Like I walk around with her in it.
I'm single with no kids. I'm wondering how creepy it would be if I tried to pick up a single mom and just have it on. Just be good.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you need a little spot? No big deal, girl. What you up to? I just.
Yeah, single guys, do whatever you got to do, man.
Do it. Hey, yes.
Make it happen.
All right,
Well, no,
man.
thanks for having me, guys. This was awesome.
Yeah, it was a great episode. Thanks for coming.
Coming on.
Yeah,
Good
this was
stuff.
great.
Seriously, Dad.
Thank you for listening to the dads, for once. Give these daddies a break. And maybe follow, subscribe, like, and comment to the dads on Instagram and YouTube at Seriously Dad Pod. Rate and review Seriously Dad Podcast on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music, and everywhere you get your podcasts.
Seriously, Dad.
How you doing? This is Neil Wood from the Cult of Us podcast, speaking on behalf of Drop 10 Media Network, the network you're currently listening to. Make sure to check out all the other podcasts on the network. You can go to drop10.com to check them all out. Make sure to like, subscribe on everything that you see Drop 10 on. We appreciate it. Go to drop10.com now.
This has been a Drop 10 Media Production.